everywhere you look. Lovely pyramids. Come visit Egypt. Come visit the pyramids. Just outside of the pyramids though, don't look there, because that's where we dump all of our rubbish. Is there a lot of plastic hanging around by the pyramids? I'll let you make your mind up. Look at the state of that. I don't think I've seen this much rubbish anywhere else but a tip. And it's not just there. Look at it, it's everywhere. Everywhere you look. Plastic, plastic, rubbish, rubbish. Just seen a dog walk out the top because that's where it's living. It's a mixture of like rocks, plastic, food wrappers, shoes, bit of everything really. It's so solid. It's like been condensed, as the only word I can use for it. Disgusting. Oh, let us know what you think down in the comments. Is this normal? Because obviously plastic's got to go somewhere eventually, but outside of like a world-renowned landmark, I don't think that's the best place to put it, surely.
Jesus disappears from the Bible at the age of 12. And where does he go?
It says Nazareth.
There's another text called the Gospel of the Holy 12. And in the Gospel of the Holy 12, which was omitted from the Bible.
You can't omit something from the Bible that did not exist when the Bible was put together. The Gospel of the Holy 12 is a well-known 20th century forgery. There is not an historian alive who thinks it is authentic, but Billy Carson pretends it is and hopes his audience will never fact-check him.
He goes to Egypt with his mother. Now, I've been there, and when I take people on tour, I take them to the place where he slept.
Do not waste your money on a tour with Billy Carson, unless you enjoy being lied to.
It's still there. It's a crypt now. It's like a place to go there. You know where it's at, right?
It's inside a church, right?
Coptic Cairo.
There is no evidence this is the actual house Jesus stayed in as a toddler when his family fled to Egypt. This is a late church tradition that cannot be verified.
Who verified the guy Paul, the Roman? Who verified his story of, I got struck by a Jesus lightning and I had a vision. Now I'm no longer an evil Roman. I'm good now. Ask him. I thought you told me this. Shut up, nigga. I'm good. See?
Yeah, he went there to study the Egyptian mysteries.
That is utter nonsense.
But why is it utter nonsense? I mean, maybe he went there to study. Like, why was his story even taken out of the Bible at all? Who knew that people had the authority to change the Bible? Doesn't that raise any concerns? I'm not saying the Bible isn't factual. I'm saying in its purest form, it was probably factual. But then over the centuries, people corrupted it. Which part was, which part wasn't corrupted. And in my view, but what do I know? I'm just a heathen who was born into sin. Jeez, well, who the hell put that in the Bible?
And then he left there and he went to Tibet to learn spirituality.
He went to Tibet?
And mystic arts, yes, mystic arts. And then he went down into India, learned about reincarnation and all of that.
There is not a scrap of evidence to support these fables of Billy Carson.
And then he came back down and he reappears in the biblical text when God says in the Bible, I called my son out of Egypt.
Billy, Jesus was still a child when this was said in the Gospel of Matthew. And notice it says Egypt, not India or Tibet. Billy Carson likes to go around and spread this nonsense on podcasts where he knows he won't be challenged, but he never deals with any criticism. I wonder why that is.
Just stay on the beach. Okay. I showed this clip to my boy Matt. He said, dude, he's chasing a turtle.
I don't give a fuck,
is what I said to him.
Hundreds, if not thousands of sharks were spotted just off the shore this morning near Destin, not far from Walton County.
What are they in a frenzy about?
I don't know.
I wouldn't want to fall in the water right now.
How about it? That's them getting upset, being like, man, I could have swore that Shark Week was here, man. Where the hoes at?
Sharks have the unique ability to detect the Earth's magnetic field and use it to navigate and orient themselves in the vast ocean. They have specialized sensory organs called ampullae of Lorenzini, located in their heads that can detect the magnetic field of the Earth. By using these organs, sharks can determine their position and direction in the ocean with remarkable accuracy, even in areas where other cues like sunlight, currents, or landmarks may not be available. Sharks use their ability to sense the magnetic field for a variety of purposes, including migration, hunting, and finding their way back to specific locations.
Because all of these animals, they move off of electromagnetism, right? Didn't we learn that in science? I thought I learned that in science. I mean, I dropped out in the 8th grade. Maybe I thought I learned that somewhere. And if these animals are moving on electromagnetism, that's telling them when to hibernate, telling them when to swim west, north, south, telling them to stay at the North Pole or the South Pole or whatever, and is messing with the frequencies, the electromagnetism of the world, to me it stands to reason that it would mess with their internal compass. Or is that just crazy YouTuber talk?
The whole thing sounds pretty stupid to me.
I don't fucking know.
Is it illegal to ride on a motorcycle without a helmet in the state of Texas? The state of Texas says that it's legal for you to ride on a motorcycle without a helmet if you're over the age of 21 and meet a couple of conditions. Those conditions are that you have completed a motorcycle operator's training course, or that you have an insurance policy that will cover up to $10,000 in medical damages if you're injured while operating a motorcycle.
So let's review.
Be careful when driving your motorcycle. Try to keep your eyes on the road. I know it's difficult, ladies, but this is why you need motorcycle insurance.
This is the bullet shot through the bulletproof glass. After the bullet window actually does not affect its normal use, direct touch will not cut the hand. This is the original appearance of the window. It is said that the thickness of the bulletproof glass can withstand the Barrett sniper fire. In order to confirm this statement, the director of the bulletproof engineering also personally sat inside the car test.
2, 1.
Test with the weapon is a Barrett sniper rifle. The results of the experiment was very successful. The window perfectly resisted the Barrett's bullets. The United States has a lot of specialized vehicles for bulletproof modification of the company, which is removed from the window glass. It is a multi-layer structure of the composite glass, not only the windows. The car's other places have to do with bulletproof treatment, such as in the rear of the car behind the back of the car, there will be a bulletproof steel door. There are also automotive tires have done explosion-proof treatment, which is even if the tires are leaking or broken, the wheels on the reinforced liner will also be able to let the vehicle adhere to the driving about 50 kilometers. Of course, the vehicle's chassis reinforcement is also very important, at least to withstand the explosion of about 200 drawing of C4 explosives.
And that's what the aliens are driving when they're gonna attack us. Because it's gonna be the aliens, but they're not gonna attack until y'all are way dumber. Y'all are getting close.
Since nobody wanna say it, I'ma say it! The girl that made Not My Problem, aka Layla, is currently going viral and is famous for no reason.
Not my problem, that's just not my problem. Not my problem, that's just not my problem.
She literally said the same 3 words the whole 2 minutes of the song. They're literally just handing success to anybody at this point.
How many times do I have to say no, 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 no? How many times do I have to say no, 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 no?
I only want more, 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 more.
Stop, 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 stop. Calling me, stop, 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 stop. Calling me, stop, 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 stop.
That's how they check the pulse to see, are they stupid enough yet? Nah, not yet. We gotta let it go. They're getting there though. It's like they're cooking up a gumbo. An idiot gumbo. And Generation X, the last generation of adults, is the gauge. That's why they have this thing. This is the death meter. Yeah, they want to know how many of us are left. Scared yet? You shouldn't be, because this is all just for entertainment. Are you entertained? Good, stupid.
I just ran into some kids who said they didn't know why YouTube had the word tube in it.
See? Almost stupid. Not quite dumb enough.
I'm not criticizing them for not knowing. We used to call TV the tube. That's because those old-style televisions had a cathode ray tube inside them. TV companies used to boast about their advanced tube technology, and somehow that became part of the language. So this branding just meant it's like TV, but yours. Kind of similar to how Instagram is a combination of instant camera and telegram. But I assume this is more widely known because they still teach this in school, that the telegram was the precursor to the telephone.
What if they teach the telegram in school kind of as a way to segue between old people? Look how old-fashioned they were and how high-tech and superior you are.
But what's going to really make me feel old is the first time I run into a kid who doesn't know why a podcast is called that.
I don't know why a podcast is called that.
That is because they debuted on Apple's iPod devices, which were only dominant for about 7 years. Like, the period of time since the iPod stopped being a pervasive product is longer than the amount of time it was around. But the term podcast appears to be here to stay.
And we know cast has to do with casting spells. So you're casting a spell via the pod. Now, when people told me I should have a podcast back in 2007, I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, nigga! I was still used to, I'm going to the mall. I'm not gonna sit in front of a computer. Are you smoking crack? Now I wish I would have had started this back then. So now when a friend of mine is like, yo, man, you should start making YouTube videos, I was like,
Take your top off. What? Take your top off.
Oh.
Check this out, guys, and I want you to watch this video all the way through. So this guy straps a drone to a balloon to prove that there is sound in space. The camera is making a beeping noise, y'all. And when the drone makes it to the top of the firmament, y'all, we see a whole bunch of this, y'all, and people are saying this is the cracks from them attempting to leave the dome, y'all. Check this out.
Bye-bye, Spaceman. All right, we're getting ready to go. Let it go. Bye.
Remember, the noise is just there to prove that there is sound in space after scientists told us there's no sound. Now watch this. Hold on.
I just gotta stop this because the thing is in space. That looks like there's a curvature to it. And of course, you're gonna explain how my eyes are playing a trick on me, and okay.
Y'all hear that? You can still hear the beat.
That doesn't look flat. It looks like there's a bend to it. What is this? Is it an optical illusion and it's just round? It's flat, but it's round. I'm seeing the roundness. Is that what I'm seeing?
You can still hear it.
Y'all see that? Look, y'all saw that? Do you guys see that? They are saying that's the cracks. Remember what Hillary Clinton said?
All right, we're getting ready. You can still hear it.
Y'all see that? Look, y'all saw that? Do you guys see that? They are saying that's the cracks.
Let's go back. Now, let's say that there is a dome and these are cracks. Why are the cracks just there? Why don't we see them like all over? And furthermore, why don't we see the cracks from the stuff that tries to enter the atmosphere? Why don't we see water leaking through the cracks? What do you think is if those are cracks? I mean, these are just questions that I'm just trying to figure it out. You tell me what you think in the comments. And you're more than welcome to think what you want to think. Because who cares?
If you look at Google Sky right now on the computer and look down on Antarctica, you'll find research bases from every major country in the world there. And you'll also find the Rockefeller Foundation base as well. Admiral Byrd was right. #1 place in the world for technology research is right down there in Antarctica. I believe that as the ice is melting, they're finding remnants of an ancient civilization. We know that Antarctica was not a frozen tundra for 12 million years. Like mainstream science says 12 million years to build up all this ice. No, that's not accurate. We know this because of the Perry-Reese map. The Perry-Reese map shows Antarctica what it looked like without ice on it. Antarctica shifted into that spot. How? Because we know that Antarctica is surrounded by tectonic plates.
We also know, because of science, Africa used to be a lush rainforest.
The Sahara Desert is one of Earth's most inhospitable places, but it used to be a rainforest. It's nuts. So, 17,000 years ago, North Africa. No, we're talking humans. If we go into their caves, we see these paintings like hippos and giraffes and cattle, animals that hang out near water, but this is present-day Sahara Desert. What were these humans seeing? 17,000 years ago, Earth's orbit until it was just a little bit different, which resulted in 8% more solar energy hitting the Earth. This warmed the northern hemisphere, and when one hemisphere warms, powerful winds move toward it, carrying lots of moisture, which rains. This cycle is called the African monsoon. The African monsoon strengthens and moves further north over the Sahara Desert. Vegetation starts to grow. Humans and animals, flora and fauna flourished until Earth's orbit changed again and the Sahara became desert.
And, fun fact,
there's a lot of evidence that even the Great Pyramid is a more recent creation to some of the older kingdom work. The deeper they go into the sand, on some of the structures, they'll find, like as they start excavating, that there's another structure underneath it. And then they uncover that. And the older they uncover them, it seems like the larger the stones were, the more complex the systems were. It's wild shit, man. These people were doing something a long fucking time ago. And if you listen to guys like Robert Schoch, who's a geologist from Boston University, he studied the erosion marks on the outside of the Temple of the Sphinx. He said this is indicative of thousands of years of rainfall that created this. This is where you get these kind of fissures in the stones. The only time there was rainfall in the Nile Valley was like 9,000 BC. So you got to go back thousands of years that predate that, because you got thousands of years of rainfall when it's a rainforest.
Yeah, right.
All that area, like the Sahara Desert, used to be a fucking tropical rainforest.
The Muslims knew that before science.
The hour will not be established حتى تعود أرض العرب مروجا وأنهارا, until the land of the Arabs returns to being green and lush and plenty of rivers. This is one of the signs of the Day of Judgment. That the Arab land, Saudi and all these land will not, the hour will not be established until it will return, be green, lush and plenty of rivers. Now how did the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam know this?
How did they know? Their prophet, Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Shout out to the people in my comments that said, hey man, you got to say that just off of respect. And I don't want problem with the Muslim people. Told them 1400 years ago that one of the signs of the last days, Egypt will go back to being like a rainforest. I just said that to be like, you know, to this guy that's saying Billy Carson is, I can't totally discredit the guy because some stuff he says is factual. That's why I call what he does is like story gumbo. You don't know what to believe. You kind of got to pick and choose. You got to pick out, you know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough.
There was something called a pole shift of the crust of the earth, which shifted it from a more habitable climate into the position it is now. And that's why the animals that are being uncovered from the ice were flash frozen with undigested food in their stomachs.
See, now science has confirmed this from what I've heard and read and seen, so you never know with Billy. I don't like him either because I think he's a plant.
If a plant was never actually planted, is it still a plant?
But I don't dislike him because then my racism kicks in and I kind of gotta it's just tough when you're black to be not black. Because I kind of gotta support him because he's a black dude. And then if I don't support him, then I get attacked from my community. You's Uncle Tom. It's a whole big thing. And just American black people. That's why I don't even think I'm American at heart. I'm like an international person because I think more like international people think. And it's just my cross to bear. That's just how God made me. He made me internally an international person. Like I should have been born in the UK, but I was born in America. What the fuck are you going to do about it? Well, I was talking with some friends, and I guess it would change everything if the earth was really flat. If you're lying about one thing, you're lying about everything. Allegedly. Allegedly, that's... But how do I know?
Page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employee Roya Demlow, who you just spoke about, which took place on July 17, 2023. In that line, she says... the question was asked, okay, if someone were to leave here today, were to leave this interview and were to suggest or imply that when you said
suspicious,
the laptop was real.
But I don't think she's a time traveler. I think she's just high. That's not a hidden camera. She set that up herself. Now my question is, and this is the creepy part, am I sexualizing her or is she sexualizing herself? The correct answer is, I believe, a little bit of both. Her body just looks like that. There's nothing she can do about it. That's the way God endowed her. But she doesn't have to be naked while also dressed. True, I could lower my gaze, so that's where I'm wrong at. But you don't have to put your camera up there like that. But I'm not mad at her for doing that. I'm like, make your money, because when I clicked on this live, there was 3,000 people in there sending her gifts, hearts. I mean, all of these things amount to about $12 or $14, but some of these guys were sending diamonds, and those things can get to be super, super cash. So you're already at your own business, I would imagine, making your cash. Then you got a bunch of these horn dogs just sending you a bunch of money to look at you. I don't know. On one hand, people are like, she's being empowered. On another hand, it's like, you're telling us don't look at her, but now we're taking away from her power. Who are you, ugly chicks, to get in the way of this woman's empowerment?
You smug cocksucker. Fuck you.
I know feminazis, so from there we'll go to this.
Why don't men play soccer against women? We all know that there are big differences between men and women, but women still think they have a chance against men. Here's what's happened in matches where men have played against women. The USA have won the Women's World Cup several times, but last year they decided to play a men's team. So Wrexham sent in his old players from retirement. The women were very confident and thought they would beat their retired men, but things didn't go according to plan. The match ended 12-0 in favor of Wrexham's retired players. During a training session for Crystal Palace's women's team, some of the players attended the match and decided to join in the fun. The women didn't appreciate it. Wilfried Zaha and Yannick Bolasie played alone against 8 women and dominated them. Zaha even dribbled past the goalkeeper and scored after humiliating a player with a technical gesture. The surprising thing is that it's so easy for men that they fake it at times.
If black holes baffle you but you're still drawn to their mysteries, then let's journey to the heart of one together.
What the fuck did she say?
If black holes baffle you but you're still drawn to their mysteries, then let's journey to the heart of one together.
Oh, I thought I was gonna have to slap the fire out of somebody.
Imagine being aboard a spaceship hurtling towards the ultimate point of no return, the event horizon of a black hole. Here, gravity is so strong not even light can escape its grasp. As we cross this boundary, the laws of space and time start bending. Around us, the starlight stretches, turning into a visual symphony of reds and blues. Welcome to the phenomenon known as gravitational redshift. Now hold on tight. We're approaching the singularity where all matter gets compressed to an unimaginable density. The theories diverge here. Some say time stops, others suggest entire new universes could be born from these cosmic pressure points. As we speculate on these mysteries, remember, this journey is based on the bravest of theories and the most daring of imaginations. One thing's for sure, the heart of a black hole is a place where the universe reveals its most cryptic secrets.
So since the Earth is flat, does that mean other planets are flat too? Or are there not even any other planets? So if there's no other planets, it's just us? So then if it's just us, are we a simulation and it's just a big open world and there's nothing else out there? These are the kind of questions that made the elders in church say,
Can you shut the fuck up?